Frontier Nursing University, celebrating 75 years as pioneers for healthcare. Our mission is to educate nurse midwives and nurse practitioners to serve women and families. Learn more about Frontier Nursing University. Visit frontier.edu.
Welcome to Our Mountains. I'm Rhonda Brashear. This is Joel Brashear.
Howdy, folks.
And Dean Osborne.
Hi.
We're all the co-hosts of Our Mountains. It's getting close to Halloween, and we wanted to talk a little bit about it and maybe share some memories of your favorite Halloween. And we've got some good Halloween things coming on in this show. So Joel, what's your favorite Halloween memory?
Halloween is my favorite holiday. You
I
know that. Growing up, it was always elaborate costumes, and even through high school and college, we'd always have big Halloween plans. The one that sticks out is I remember one year I was really small. Mom dressed a friend of mine up named Mary Forrest as Dorothy Gale, and then dressed me up as the Tin Man. Full silver face paint and everything, and we went all over town, got so much candy we couldn't even pack. But that one really sticks out for me.
I remember making that costume. I made your hat out of a Clorox bottle.
Yeah, I remember
cut it
that.
off and sprayed it with paint, yeah.
Then the next year when I started driving.
Dean, what about you?
Well, I have to go along with Joel and say that Halloween's one of my favorite things from the time we were kids. And I'd say a lot of kids, as they grow up, have fond memories of Halloween because it is one of the few times a year you get to dress up and be maybe your favorite character or something scary. And the candy is not bad either. But my favorite one in the modern era would be the first year that both of my kids could go trick-or-treating, and we dressed all up as a full cast of a circus. My wife was ringmaster, I was the lion, my son Jesse was the elephant, and my daughter Royce was a peanut.
Was she in arms, or was she?
She had the whole peanut costume on like that.
Okay.
And on the side of the wagon that we went around the neighborhood in when we were living in Lawrenceburg, we had Osborne Family Circus on the side of it. That's always going to be a great memory for me.
That's great, that's great. Well, I grew up in a holler, up the holler, the head of the holler, with two younger sisters, and we always looked forward to making our costumes and just having a good time. We didn't get to go out driving around a lot. We just mainly walked from neighbor to neighbor's house, and my favorite costume back then was to take a woman's pair of pantyhose or a stocking and put it over my head and pull it real tight. You can't tell who it is. And if you get real elaborate, you can add some mascara and lipstick, and that makes it kind of ghoulish too. Stick a hat on it. I mean, you can be anybody, but that's one of my favorites. And of course, later on in years, with my children, we always like to drive around and go to neighbors and have a good time. Joel, you were in Hazard the other day. What were they doing for Halloween?
They're doing something pretty cool.
Okay.
I've been talking with some folks over in Hazard who are really interested in reinventing and revitalizing downtown Hazard. InVision Hazard doing some great stuff in Perry County. They recently had this event called the Haunted Harvest, and let's take a look at it.
We are having what we're calling the Haunted Harvest, and the Haunted Harvest is going to consist of kind of a three-part experience for the whole family. Some people are really into Halloween for the scares, some people are into it for the costumes, some people are into it for the ghost stories, and others just like this time of year. And so we wanted to kind of cover those bases.
Downtown Hazard was crawling with activity recently as several civic and charitable organizations got together for the Haunted Harvest. This evening of family fun was organized as both a fundraiser and a chance for citizens of the region to explore and enjoy downtown Hazard.
We have a haunted house in the parking garage, and that's part of an overall mission to take what people sometimes see as a negative in our community and show the positives and the uses and what can be done with something. So in the same kind of vein as that, we have a ghost tour of Main Street, and so we're going to have 8 stops along Main Street where people are going to be telling and acting out stories from Hazard's history that are ghostly in nature, and it's going to stop in front of some of the more historic buildings and tell about some buildings that are no longer there, and a few other things like that. And then the last part of the event is we're going to have a farmers market and an area for local nonprofits and people that are doing fundraising and a few other things down in the amphitheater, which is behind me. And we're also going to have storytelling and a fire pit and all of that down there as well. So there's something kind of for each person in the family.
One of the key partners in this event was InVision Hazard.
InVision Hazard is a community citizens action group, basically. Its focus is on revitalizing downtown Hazard, bringing exposure to downtown Hazard, and hopefully as a result of that, getting people excited about coming downtown and wanting to bring business and activities and enterprise to downtown.
And InVision Hazard has been working hard to see this town return to its roots with a vital downtown region.
People will tell you that have lived here their whole lives how wonderful downtown Hazard used to be, and people loved coming downtown. There were stores everywhere, and that's not the culture now. It seems that Hazard has expanded and moved away from the downtown area.
We fight a lot of the same stereotypes as the rest of the region as far as what people think about the people here, our town, what we do, how we live our lives. And so we really want to address those things, but in a way that really brings things back to the way that they used to be downtown. So, but with that, I mean, we used to have tons of businesses. It used to be a very close-knit community, what you would expect. And it used to be a community where everybody knew everybody, everybody went to the same stores. And so we really kind of want to bring a lot of those businesses, a lot of that feel, a lot of that closeness back to the downtown area.
We want it to be the most Hazard can be. We want it to thrive and be an enjoyable place to live so that people don't have a reason to complain, well, there's nothing to do. There are things to do. Sometimes you just have to create them.
If anyone would like to participate with InVision Hazard, their next meeting will be Monday, November 10th at 6:30 p.m. in City Hall. You can also find them on Facebook. And for more information, contact Nicole at the email you see on your screen.